everyone, I'm so out of practice on this. I have failed to record this video twice. Let the battery run out the first time, so I had to go and find the charging cable. And I've completely forgotten everything I normally do filming. It's only been 6 weeks. What's wrong with my brain? Anyway, as you can tell, I'm in a slightly different place here. This is our new home. Welcome to the Wernberg Point 2. This is the library. It sounds very echoey in here because we haven't quite finished decorating. In fact, most of the house still needs some work on it. But that wall over there, that will be wallpapered. And the wall directly behind you is currently half painted because I had curtains to work around. And I wasn't taking the curtains off the hook again. It's bad enough the first time. So there is some movement still happening in this room, and you might see these shelves behind me change a little bit over the course of the next few weeks. This took me hours to do. I'm not kidding, hours, and it's still not finished. We're waiting for a few more shelves to turn up because we actually couldn't get any more. IKEA had run out, and we was like, we need more shelves. I'm sorry. But these beauties go all the way up to the ceiling, which is very cool, and we had great fun getting the extensions into that one, because the ceiling slopes ever so slightly up there. So that was, 5mm of wood that had to disappear. But I don't know how people sit there and film themselves arranging their bookcases. This, like I said, took me hours. And I took shelves off, I put shelves back on, I took books off, I put books back on. I redid 3 shelves because I didn't like how they looked. And I'm still not quite happy with how it sort of sits on the shelves. There's some shelves that are just too big, but I can't make them any smaller because then the one below is just ridiculously too big. There's not enough room to put an extra shelf in. You see my problems here. So this is work in progress, but I want it to look nice for you guys, and I want it to display some books that you might appreciate reading, that you're like, hey, I read that one, that's pretty cool, she's got it on her shelf too. That kind of thing, because, we're all about the books here. Don't start singing, do not start singing. And, I'd like this to look nice for you. So there will be lights on here, the figures will come out of boxes, it will get rearranged. And, call it your little game, I spy what's new this week kind of thing. So I'll keep you posted on that. There will also be a bookcase tour coming up. It's going to be a nice short one. I'm not going to get every book out and show you it because, most of them are pretty self-explanatory. But I will do that at some point, probably when the camera is on full charge, because trailing around the room with a cable is not ideal. But there we are. So, past all that rambling, this is just to update you of what's been happening in the last 6 weeks of my life since I last uploaded a book video, I think, which I think was review. Yeah, I'm really out of the loop, aren't I? So obviously we had Christmas and New Year, which was lovely, fantastic. My books were all in boxes. I was living off 2 tote bags of books, of ones that I've been reading, ones that I've been given, and ones that I hope to have read. Yeah, that didn't quite happen. It didn't quite go to plan, but hey, I did all right. And then January was Tomb Infinity and Beyond 2 readathon, which is all things sci-fi and celebrating sci-fi, and I was so excited to do that. It was the first 14 days, it was great. I did it. I read it pretty much every day. I managed to get through 2-3 books, a couple of comics. I was all on cylinders, and then we moved, and the rest of January kind of went to pot. Because obviously moving takes a heck of a lot of time. And, one day to get everything out of the old place into the new place. I have to say the removal guys we used, fantastic. If you're in the Bedfordshire area, Milton Keynes, Cambridge border, you want a removal firm, let me know. I'll tell you who to use because these guys were amazing. And then it was finding everything, unboxing everything, putting furniture in the right places. Then the whole decorating thing, because obviously everything had been painted magnolia. Oh, so we needed our colours in here. Which meant the reading went to one side a little bit, and it just, I've been really bad. One of my New Year resolutions was to read for at least half an hour every single day. Yeah, I think I've missed like 12 days so far, so I'm not really impressed with how well I've done with that target, but hey, things should settle down a bit now. Fingers crossed. Anyway. The Fairy Loot Readathon happened in January. That was for Fire and Heist, which was their December book. All about dragons and heists and all that kind of thing. Yeah, I managed the first day, but but on day 3 of the readathon, and then kind of stopped because it just wasn't gripping me. I'm not quite sure what I expected, but it wasn't that. It certainly wasn't an urban fantasy that I was expecting to have read, and I'm still working my way through it. So February has become the month where I finish books that I have started, and this includes Muse of Nightmares that I started back in October, and I'm really struggling with the main romantic line. I mean, guys, just get over it already. The secondary plot going on downstairs is great though. Those of you that read it, you'll know what I'm on about. The Poppy War, I stopped because obviously I was reading sci-fi in January. I'm really enjoying that. I'm over halfway through. I just need to sit down and finish it. Fallen Atlas I started last month as part of the Sci-Fi Readathon. It's an ebook though. It was given to us in the November Fairy Loot box. I'm really enjoying it. It's just I really struggle to read on my tablet. It gives me a headache, and suffering a migraine yesterday was probably not very helpful for that. So I need to finish them. And then also the Fairy Loot book that came out from January's box, Circle of Shadows. They're doing a readathon next week on that, so I'm hoping to read that book because I find it's a really good way of reading the Fairy Loot books. You have a target every day, and I think that works really well. And I'm looking at those curtains behind you and thinking they're far too high. That needs to come down. Sorry, random thought. I'm having a lot of them lately. And what else? So yeah, Muse of Nightmare, Poppy War, Fallen Atlas. We've also got our bedtime book, The Ember Blade, which we're still reading. I've been so tired lately though, there's just been no point reading to me because I just keep dropping off. So hopefully we'll get back into the swing of reading a chapter of that every night. It's really enjoyable. If you want a proper fantasy story with a lot of meat to it, give it a go. I think you'd like it. You might want to borrow it from the library though. It's a big heavy book. And so that's kind of where I am in the book situation. My Bookstagram, I have been meaning to do a February photo challenge. I did pin one. Can't actually remember whose it is at the moment, but I have got totally behind on doing that because of the decorating. So I'm hoping to do that a bit more. My book blog has been a bit sporadic over the last 6 weeks. I have tried to do book reviews on there. It's not really happened. I've just not been in the book mood. I think the house has just kind of taken over my head a little bit. So I'm hoping to get back into the swing of doing blogging again. So, you know, please, a bit of encouragement here, guys. I am flagging a little bit. So there is where I stand at the moment in the book world, which is kind of cool. So I'm hoping, having got this set up, having been getting on the ball with the decorating, getting into the routine of taking the boys to school and picking them up, and husband going off to work, and having the day to myself for a bit again, will hopefully get me into the swing of doing videos again and blogging again and reading again. It would be really nice to get back into the swing of it because I do miss reading, I have to say. So there we are. Right, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. So, in the description box down below, when I finally load this video up, fingers crossed because I lost the last one. Oh, so frustrating. I will leave a small booktuber that I'd like you to go and check out. February is the month of love, apparently. So, you know, let's spread the book love. I also have my book blog link down there, and my social media links are also there. You can come and say hi on Twitter, Instagram and Goodreads, you know. Be nice to meet you all. As always, thank you very much for watching and happy reading. Bye!